with the Final Four this Saturday and our work cut out for us, I believe it's time to make a little prediction here. We got Kentucky, who a lot of people thought would get there, most of us, and then Wisconsin, who most of us thought would get there also, either them or Arizona. And then we have Michigan State, which is a huge surprise to all of us. Definitely a sleeper team that someone did call would be a sleeper team on ESPN before the tournament started. And then Duke, Coach K. So let's see here. Duke's playing Michigan State, and Wisconsin's playing Kentucky. I'm going to start with Wisconsin and Kentucky. Looking back at the Notre Dame-Kentucky game, really a good game, first of all. The score was tied at halftime. Notre Dame did not let up. You could say Kentucky was a little cocky after that huge blowout over West Virginia. So they weren't on their best game, but Notre Dame looked really good, and they really brought it to Kentucky. Kentucky was not expecting Notre Dame to do what they did against them. With that being said, I know that Kentucky did not play to their fullest potential until pretty much the very end. They didn't even miss a single shot the last 12 minutes of the game. So, that really showed us how exposed Kentucky can be. It showed us that they're vulnerable. Not saying that they'll be super vulnerable against Wisconsin, but it could happen. I think that the Wisconsin played really well against Arizona. It really showed how good of a team they are. They don't turn, how good they're good at protecting the ball. They play defense. They got some big boys, and they got one of the best players in the country, in Frank Kaminsky. So I think Kentucky playing Wisconsin is going to be a really good game. It's going to be a true test of who really wants it more. Wisconsin was there last year. Kentucky's always there. I think this is going to be a really, really good game. I think it's going to go to overtime. I really do. And honestly, if Kentucky, they've been tested a few times this year. They really have. They had a couple overtime games already this year. And their back was extremely against the wall against Notre Dame. Extremely. I think, honestly, if their back is against the wall again against Wisconsin, they're just going to keep their foot on their throat and just finish them off, honestly. I think Wisconsin has that potential to do that. And Wisconsin is 34-0 this year. They are 34-0 this year if they have the lead within the last 5 minutes of the game. So that really helps their cause. If they have Kentucky's back against the wall, that really will help their cause. So with that being said, I do think the game will go to overtime. I'm just calling that right now. It's going to be a crazy, crazy game. I think Wisconsin has what it takes to win. I think Kentucky, I know Kentucky can win. They're the best team in the country. But I think this is going to be really a true test for Kentucky. So, and I think Wisconsin can pull it off. I think they can beat them right before the championship game. I pick Wisconsin in overtime. I pick Wisconsin in overtime by 2. I really do. I think Wisconsin's going to make it to the national championship game. All right, now I'm going to shift over to Duke, Michigan State. Michigan State, like I said, huge sleeper team. And Duke, a 1 seed. A lot of people thought they'd be here anyways, so it's really not a tremendous surprise. I'm very awestruck about Michigan State. I can't believe they did this. I really did not expect them to do it. But hey, a 7 seed won the national championship last year, like I said in my prediction video before the tournament actually started. A 7 seed won the championship last year, UConn Huskies. I'm sure we all remember that. So it could happen again this year. I said that in my last video. It can really happen again. A 7 seed could win the championship. anyone could win the championship. It's all about who's hot and who's not, you know. So I mean, I think Kentucky's a good team, or excuse me, I think Michigan State's a good team. They're just really hot right now, and when you get hot this time of the year, good things happen, like they have been for them so far. But Duke's an even better team, honestly. I don't think I really need to debate this a whole lot. Duke's playing a lot better than Michigan State. They're pretty hot too. I think Duke's definitely going to beat Michigan State, but hey, I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. And if I am wrong, congratulations to Michigan State, but I really think Duke's going to win this game. I think the championship game will be Wisconsin-Duke. I really do. Now, if that game plays out, you know, who knows who's going to win. I'll worry about that. That's another time. That's for another day. So I'll just leave it at that. I think Wisconsin beats Kentucky in overtime by 2, and I think Duke beats Michigan State, you know, anywhere between 5 and 10 points. They beat them by. So with that being said, I say University of Wisconsin and Duke in the national championship game for this year's March Madness. We'll just have to see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a couple good games. It's going to be a couple of real good games. So we're just going to have to go out there and watch. Hopefully everyone stays healthy. And may God bless them as they go out there and fight in the fire with their teammates. May the best team win. And we'll just have to go out there and see what happens.